What's going on, everyone? It's time to talk about a Netflix original film for once, and it's getting close to Christmas. So why not talk about a Christmas movie? Today I'm going to be talking about A Boy Called Christmas. It's released on Netflix November 26, 2021. It was directed by Gil Kennan, who's also like a producer on Ghostbusters Afterlife. And he's done other films like The Suffering, the Poltergeist 2015 remake, Wrestling Isn't Wrestling, to name a few. Yeah, A Boy Called Christmas is a nice little Christmas tale told by an older woman who come to look after some kids. We get when it gets close to the Christmas season, and the dad had to go out, so she found this babysitter, random person to look after his kids, and she tells them this elaborate tale of A Boy Called Christmas, which you follow a young kid who him and his dad live in the forest, and he goes off to fight or something like that, and they fight a bear off and stuff like that, which is cool. And yeah, he ends up going off, and then he has to stay at this like cottage home with his a mean aunt who makes him eat like everything that he doesn't like and stuff, and yeah, it's not nice to him and stuff. So but eventually he finds like his dad leaves his like winter hat, which is like a Santa hat, and he finds this map to this elf world sort of thing, and he starts following this, and he learns that a pet mouse that he has can speak. So him and this mouse go on this little journey, and they meet a reindeer, and they call it Blitzen, and then they go and try to find this elf town and figure out what's going on and stuff. And it's not as nice as he expected it to be, and tries to figure out where his dad is, and he figures it out. And it's this huge adventure, a sort of like a coming of age story. And yeah, definitely an interesting one. It's more in the vein of the fantasy films like Chronicles of Narnia and stuff. It's more like that. I think it's a British production, so it's told a little different than most like North American Christmas stories like Santa Claus and the North Pole and stuff. This one's a little different. This is about a boy who yeah, looks up to his father and stuff, and his father like betrays him almost, and then he goes and he learns to be goodwill and continue on and be nice to others and everything. It has a nice charm to it. The cinematography is really well done, and yeah, it's a good film, but there's something missing about it. There's a lot of filler scenes, like it's very stretched out. So you have the bear attack in the beginning, then you got the annoying ants coming to stay with them for 20 minutes or so scenes, and then he goes on his adventure and it gets a little interesting. But then when he gets to the elf city or whatever, it gets to be pretty slow and sort of like standard for like a fantasy film, but it does sort of like have a cool little end wraparound at the end where it definitely went a little bit further than I was expecting it to go. And it was still a fun little adventure film. It's definitely something different, something you don't see every day. It has almost like a Harry Potter feel to it. And then it does have sort of like an Edward Scissorhands style ending to it, which is awesome. I sort of didn't see it come, but then I sort of like guessed it like a little bit, a little over halfway. I'm pretty sure. I was like, I'm pretty sure this was going to happen, and it did. But for the most part, it is a fun little family adventure film. Just get ready for a couple filler scenes here and there, which affects the pacing a bit, makes it a little bit more slow. It's an hour and 40 minutes. Felt like it was like 2 hours or something. But yeah, it was still a decent movie, but definitely not the greatest I've seen. It's definitely different for a Christmas movie, which I like. It has more of like almost like a Scandinavian feel to it, and which I like about that. And definitely they don't do the typical Christmas. Like they don't follow the Santa Claus style movies and stuff of the North Pole. This is something a little different, like high up on a mountain. And yeah, like I said, there's not really a Santa Claus in it. It's someone different. And yeah, it's definitely something interesting to check out. Yeah, if you want something different for a Christmas movie, it's a good one to check out. But it's definitely one that I probably won't watch every year or anything. But it was still a good adventure. I like that. And there's some cool, even like the CG scenes and stuff were actually pretty cool and realistic right now. Now, going back in a few years looking at it, we'll see how that goes. But for now, it still holds, it's a good film and definitely at least worth a watch, I'd say. Um, but nothing too, I wouldn't go out of my way and buy it or anything like that. But it was definitely a good little enjoyable time. So I'm going to give A Boy Called Christmas 3.5 out of 5. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you've seen this, let me know what you thought of it. Also, there's a trail link down below, like always, if you want to check it out. If you haven't heard of it or anything, that's linked down below. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below, where I always post clips of films going to be in the future on my story. I usually have the film title and the hashtag, the subgenre of film, and the hashtag so you're aware of it. Also linked down below is my Letterbox at Derek P Reviews. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the film. So follow me on one of those two to stay in the loop for the channel. Like this video, share it so more people are aware of it. Yeah, and if you have any other like Christmas films or any films in general that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below. Try to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe, so hopefully you can find something unique, obscure, and odd together to check out, just like this one. So yeah, definitely better than I was expecting, but kind of wishing there was a little bit more. But it was a good little fun film. You should definitely check it out. But so that's what I thought of A Boy Called Christmas. Yeah, definitely check it out. So with that, watch out for all those flying reindeer out there. It's getting to be that type of time of season. And I guess I'll see you all in the next one, which hopefully will be another fun-filled adventure or something. But we'll see what I'm up for in the next one. So till the next one, cheers.